Hello everyone, I'm Rich Nation.
And I'm Mary Kay Grimaldi, and this is Shell Point Today for the weekend of June 5th, 6th, and 7th. On today's show, we will find out how things are going with Scotty at the Shell Point Garage. He'll give us some summer tips before traveling or leaving that vehicle behind. Also, we'll take a look at the top stories from earlier this week.
But first, we want to remind you that Monday is Beach Day. It's a trip to Del Norwiggins Pass State Park, a favorite outing to the beach for many residents to enjoy the sun and sand and surf, as well as a tasty picnic lunch before heading for ice cream at Royal Scoop on the way back to Shell Point. The cost of the trip is $16 with ice cream on your own. Court pickups begin on the island at 8:30 a.m.
On Tuesday, you're invited to the LifeQuest quarterly event, Healthier Habits for a Healthier You. Learn how to optimize your physical and cognitive health as you age in this fun, interactive LifeQuest presentation. Gerontologist and program specialist Emily Reese will host the event, which takes place in the Social Center on the island at 1:15 p.m. Again, that's Tuesday. A couple months ago, the Shell Point Garage became the second home to Scotty's Garage, a notable established auto repair shop on McGregor Boulevard. The owner, Scotty himself, can be found most days here on the island at the garage, where he and his team of specialists are available to service your car or golf cart. We paid Scotty a visit this week to find out the latest and what residents might consider for preparing their vehicles for the summer.
Well, out here on the island, Scotty's Garage, and I'm here with Scotty, and last time we checked with him, Scotty, you were just getting settled in to your new place here, and we're in missions control right here in the command center, is that right?
Correct. Yeah, we're here in my office. I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the summer services that we do offer.
Yeah, that's important because now that the summer's in full swing and a lot of residents are going up north and they're going out of town, there's some maintenance, some important maintenance that they need to take for their cars as well as their golf carts. Talk about that.
Yeah, some of the people are leaving. We do have a scheduling system over here for some of the people that are leaving. We go over and disconnect the batteries on their cars. A lot of times I'll have them drive by here and just put a little bit more air in the tires so the car is not sitting. Cars will have a tendency to get flat spots in the tires as they lose air, so we'll do that for them also. There's some people who just want me to look after their car. A couple people want me to not disconnect the battery, but maybe start the car 2 or 3 times a month. We also do offer that too. So,
because there's nothing worse than coming back to Shell Point and your car won't start because it's been sitting all that time. And like you said, the air, the tire pressure is important. And so what do they need to do? Just give you a call, come by?
We have a summer service form to fill out. They'll end up leaving me their, of course, name, address, where the car is parked in the parking spot. They also leave me a northern phone number. And there'll be a spot also on there. Some people want their oil change done before they come back. Some people want the cars completely detailed and their golf carts detailed before they come back, so the cars are nice and clean for them.
So you'll clean them all up for them. They don't have to come back to a vehicle that's been sitting out in the rains all summer, and it's going to be sparkling clean for them and ready to go.
A lot of the cars, even sitting in the parking garages, really not seeing so much sun, are getting a lot of mold developing on them too. So a lot of people want their vehicles and golf carts cleaned and oil change and everything before they come back. So we also do that service for them.
That's very nice and very, very important to keep that vehicle ready to go. It's now approaching the rainy season, and for people that are staying around Shell Point, there's some things that they can do for their car to help them with the rain. And what I'm talking about is with their tires and with the wiper blades. So you can help them out with that too.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing worse than getting caught in a rainstorm and turn your wipers on and not be able to see. It's pretty dangerous. We do have a full stock of wiper blades here. They can stop by any time for that as a 5-minute service to put some wiper blades on their car. Also very important to make sure the tires are in good condition. Most of your tires are designed to remove the water off the road so you don't hydroplane, and especially in Florida with the rain.
So can you measure the tread for them and tell them how much life they have left on their tires, and if there's a consideration or a concern for driving in wet weather?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, if you get low tread on there, it's not going to remove the water off the road, and you will hydroplane. So there's some little things that definitely be considerate of during the rainy season.
And so another consideration is people's headlights, because even in the rain and at night, you need good headlights. And there's more to it than just if you've got a bulb that needs replaced. There's the whole fixture around the headlight that can cloud up your vision as well.
Yeah, a lot of the headlights, the whole assembly is what needs to be replaced when they get foggy like that, but they're very, very expensive on some of the cars. But we do offer a service to restore the headlights, because when they get all foggy like that from the sun and the oxidation down here, the visibility of the headlights at night are really, really bad. But we do offer a kit here to restore the headlights, make them look new again.
And sometimes that's a slow process. A lot of times we don't realize it. You know, it's slowly the headlights are fading and they're turning yellow, and then you get them cleaned and it's like, whoa, I've got brand new headlights.
Now I could see at night, yeah. No, they makes a huge difference to be able to obviously see at night and in the rain, but we do also restore headlights.
Okay, and finally, talk to us about the golf carts and the batteries, and with the summer, the hotter it gets, the more strain and effects to your batteries.
A lot of times, of course, when it gets hotter, the water in the batteries are going to evaporate a lot faster. So, you know, once again, I know I've said it before, but monthly to check the water in the batteries on the golf carts. That is a really big expense if you need a set of batteries in your golf cart. So maintaining them monthly is going to prolong the life of the batteries.
If that water level gets too low and those cells start to dry out, there's no turning back. Now it's time for new batteries.
Correct. Yep. Definitely.
Okay, so there you have it. Make sure you come by Scotty's garage and get your golf cart and your car maintenanced and maintained properly, and especially if you're going back up north, let him get it all prepared for you so it'll be ready for you when you get back.
And now it's time for all the latest happenings, academy news, menus, and village church connections.
Hello and welcome to the Happening segment weekend edition of Shell Point TV. I'm Caitlin Vanscoy and I'm here with Heather Batty, and we're going to let you know what's going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, I'm here to tell you about Friday's activities. We start Friday morning at 8 a.m. with men's match play doubles tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. And at 8:15 we have the stamp ministry down in the stamp room, and volunteers are always welcome to join. From 8:30 to 11:30, the Friday marketplace will be in the administration courtyard. And at 9 o'clock, canasta and samba will be in the common second floor lobby of the Woodlands. 10 o'clock's the time for men's match play doubles tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts. And the Suzy Q heads out at 10 o'clock to Dock Ford's Waterfront Restaurant, and you do need to sign up for that. You can sign up for that at the Island Greeters desk. 10:15, Inquiring Minds will be meeting in the Manatee Room. And also at 10:15, the Model Yacht Sailing Club will be at the Commons Lake at the Woodlands. We go to the afternoon for a 12:30 mixed progressive bridge game, the game room of the Woodlands. 1 o'clock is the time for diabetes group appointment in the Social Center. Advanced table tennis will be at 1:15 in the Tarpon Room. The Quilters will gather in the Osprey Room at 1:15. At 1:30, we have our first Vespers of the Day in the Community Room of the Arbor. And at 2 o'clock, Big Euchre will be played in the Sable Room of the Woodlands. 2:15 is the time for water volleyball, the LifeQuest Aquatic Center. That's always a good time, so make sure you stop by. 2:30, we have another Vespers in the Community Room of King's Crown. And at 3 o'clock, we have a Health Connections class, Everyday Self-Defense. That'll be in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands, and you do need to sign up for that one. We have our last Vespers of the Day at 3:30 at the Springs. 4 o'clock, a pickleball game will be played at the pickleball courts. And at 6:45, we have our weekly game night at the Resident Activity Center. Well, here's Heather to tell you all about our Saturday activities.
Thank you, Caitlin. So to start out the morning at 8 o'clock, we have a pickleball game at the pickleball courts on the island. Also at 8 o'clock, we have round robin doubles tennis, and that's at the tennis courts at the Woodlands. At 9:30, there's men's and women's doubles tennis, and that's at the tennis courts at the Woodlands. 9:45 is Duplicate Bridge, and that's in the Manatee Room here on the island. At 1 o'clock, there'll be chess at the Library Lounge at the Resident Activity Center. 1:15 is Scrabble, also at the Resident Activity Center. At 1:15, there's table tennis in the Tarpon Room on the island. And our last activity of the day is basic line dancing at 3:15 at the Island Health Club. Thank you, and here's Caitlin with all your activities for Sunday.
Well, thanks, Heather. At 9 o'clock, we have Christian Life Studies in the Game Room of the Woodlands and also at the Village Church. At 10:15, the morning worship service will be at the Village Church, and it's also broadcasted live on ShellPoint TV, Channel 13. We move all the way to 3:30 for the Sunday Golf Mixer at ShellPoint Golf Club. And our last activity of Sunday is 6:15 evening service at the Village Church. Well, thank you so much for joining us for the weekend edition. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information for the weekend. On Friday, June 5th at 4 o'clock, Academy on the Go is going to the 29th Annual Florida Juried Exhibit at Alliance for the Arts. Court pickup begins at 4 o'clock, and if you're on that bus, you will see some pieces by our own resident, Herb Sklar of Eagles Preserve. I'd like to tell you what's coming next week. On Tuesday, Ancient Egypt and Us with Professor Adrian Kerr, talking about the 10 things we use every day. We also have the iClinic for your Apple iPad and iPhone questions with Penny Modrich of Nautilus. On Thursday, our own senior pastor of the Village Church, Pastor Andrew Hawkins, will be giving a course, I've Been Wondering.
Menus for your weekend. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is fried shrimp with cheesy macaroni and zucchini, and the soup of the day is cream of mushroom. In the Island Cafe for lunch, the special is a fish sandwich with coleslaw for $7.75. The dinner special is Chef's Choice for $8.75. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill on Friday are a veal chop for $21.95 or Florida grouper for $21.95. On Saturday, the Crystal Room is closed. In the Island Cafe for lunch on Saturday, the special is a meatball sub with fresh fruit for $7.75. The dinner special is spaghetti and meatballs with garlic bread and a side salad for $8.75. In the Palm Grill on Saturday, the dinner special is prime rib for $19.95. On Sunday, the Crystal Room features its Sunday brunch for $17.50. In the Island Cafe for lunch, the special is fresh fruit with cottage cheese, sliced tomato, and a hamburger patty for $7.75. The dinner special is Chef's Choice for $8.75. And the Palm Grill is closed on Sundays. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
I'm Pastor Andy here at the Village Church, and it's great to be with you this weekend and looking forward to the opportunity once again as we gather on Sunday to celebrate God's goodness, to sing His praises, study His Word, and to share here the first Sunday of the month in a special time of communion. I invite you to join us Sunday morning at 10:15 as we worship together. Pastor Hawkins will be speaking as he continues the study in the book of Hebrews. And then in the evening as we gather for worship at 6:15, we'll be continuing our study on who is God, looking at the various attributes. And Pastor Andy has been leading that discussion with lots of references to support our understanding of who God is. So we look forward to worshiping together. Trust you'll join us Sunday morning at 10:15, Sunday night at 6:15 as we gather at the Village Church. I remind you that the morning worship service is broadcast live on ShellPoint TV, Channel 13, if you're not able to get out and join us in the sanctuary. It's going to be a wonderful day of celebrating and fellowship. I trust we'll see you as we gather this weekend on Sunday at the Village Church.
And now let's take a look at the top stories from earlier this week. Dawn Boren gave us all the details on the summer concert series.
Hi, I'm Dawn Bourne, Director of Resident Life here at ShellPoint. I'd like to talk to you today about the Summer Concert Series 2015. The series has been very popular over the last few years as it offers residents as well as other members of the community the opportunity to enjoy diverse musical entertainment at a great low price. This year, we have 4 exciting performances. Beginning in June, you'll enjoy the Crossroads Quartet, a world champion a cappella quartet that sings a variety of musical styles, including vocal jazz, blues, gospel, pop, classics, and standards steeped in the traditional barbershop harmony.
Sweat till I'm wrinkled and gray, while that lucky old sun has nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. My soul is tired and my sad heart's aching. The joy and hope all gone. There's no relief for a back that's breaking. Misery lingers on. So many troubles, sorrow and pain. Can't go on living this way, while that lucky old sun, he got nothing to do but roll around heaven all day, all day. Won't you hear my plea, good Lord above? Can't you know I'm pining? The tears all in my eyes. Send down that cloud with a silver lining. Lift me to paradise. Show me that river and take me across. Wash all my troubles away, like that lucky old sun. Give me nothing to do but roll around heaven, oh, roll around heaven, roll around heaven, all around heaven, all day, roll around heaven all day.
In July is a patriotic tribute with the River City Brass Ensemble. Their mission is to entertain, educate, and engage you in the American musical culture. This ensemble of unique musicians include a world-renowned tuba artist from Scotland who is acknowledged as one of the greatest brass band conductors. The Woodworks perform in August with active ties to the Southwest Florida Symphony, the Naples Philharmonic, and Sarasota Orchestra. This unique band of percussion and marimba instruments perform a Mexican music, Sousa marches, Joplin rag, and many popular and classical favorites. Closing out the summer is an evening of big band music as pianist, organist, arranger, and director and composer Dick Hyman presents documentaries and film clips of some of the greats, including Benny Goodman, Louis Armstrong, Duke Ellington, and other favorites followed by his own live solo performance version of the most popular big band recordings of all times. Tickets for each concert is $20, or you can save money by securing the seats early by purchasing the entire concert series for only $60. In addition, coming to the stage in August is the Southwest Florida Chamber Symphony for a special bonus concert. They will present the works of two composers offering a sampling of nature's splendor embodied in music, Baroque-era Italian Vivaldi and Argentina tango composer Piazzolla. Tickets for this bonus concert are only $25 each. All concerts in the summer series are held in the Village Church Auditorium and start at 7:30 p.m. All tickets are general seating. To purchase your tickets, call or stop by either the Island or Woodland service desk. I'm Dawn Boren, hoping that you have a great summer and take advantage of these fine performances.
On the second floor of the Woodlands Commons on most Wednesday afternoons, Janson Stuff, a band of talented musicians, performed to a delighted audience. Last week, we captured their final concert for the season, and Dan Philgreen got the opportunity to chat with them.
Hi, it is Wednesday afternoon, and we are up in the Grand Cypress Room at the Woodlands. And since it's Wednesday afternoon, that means it's time for Janson Stuff, which has been going on in this room for 12 years, I guess it's been. And I have with me two of the founding members of Janson Stuff, Bill Johns and Pat Specht. And tell us a little bit about this whole group in the early days and where this came from.
I'll let Bill tell you.
Janson Stuff was started in 2003 by Dr. Bob McCullum, who lived in Lakewood. He was an avid harmonica player, and he loved to play the blues. And so he put out the word around Shell Point that he would like anybody interested to come over and join him in an impromptu music session, or a jam session as they call it. You know, the word jam is slang to musicians for improvise. So there were, what, 4 or 5 of us, Pat, I guess, were over here in the Grand Cypress Room. Nobody was here, and for an hour, we met at 2:30, and for an hour we just sat around and played in an impromptu way. And we continued to meet after that. Well, over time, more musicians started to come in. They heard about what we were doing, and they would join up. Residents from the Commons down here, they would go by the room and hear something going on, so they'd stick their head in and see what it was, and they'd come in and sit around and watch what we were doing. So that was the beginning. And you fast forward to today, which is, what, 12 years later. Right now we have 17 musicians on our roster. We will have an audience every Wednesday from 50 to 80 people. And we still play for an hour.
You know, it keeps people going too, because I've had people come up and tell me, you know, Pat, I felt really kind of down before I came, and after listening to all those songs that I knew when I was younger, I just feel so much better when I walk out the door. And that kind of makes it for me.
Yeah.
And I feel better after I get done playing all that stuff.
Music does that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you know what? This is the last time Janson Stuff is meeting for this season, but come fall, the gang's going to be back here. The music is going to start up again, and it's something that if you haven't come on Wednesday afternoon, you really need to check it out. It's a lot of fun, and you really enjoy it. So check out Jazz and Stuff. So Carol DeLucia here has been coming just about every Wednesday for 12 years. Carol, why do you keep coming back?
Because it's wonderful. It's the highlight of my week.
Well, how about that?
Oh, it's marvelous. Marvelous.
Do they play your favorite songs?
Yes.
There we go. And you got your sheet there.
And that gentleman who plays the recorder is a very special friend of mine. So he always tells me ahead of time what he's going to play.
Which songs he's going to play.
Yeah,
All right.
So now, the only bad part is I love to dance.
Uh-huh.
And Bill won't let me get up and dance.
Oh, man. Chuck Durrell here is the Shell Point recorder specialist, are you not?
That is correct.
This man is the champion of the recorder for Shell Point musicians. So tell us about playing your recorder and the jazz and stuff. You know, you always find cool solo parts for your recorder?
Yes, usually have one or two solos that I play, and I started playing the recorder about 10 years ago, shortly after I moved here. Started off in the classical group, then I found out about the jazz group, so I joined them, and I was with them right from day one.
There we go.
It's anybody who wants to play.
So whatever you play, you know, you might break out that kazoo, folks, because there's a place for you at Jazz and Stuff.
That's right.
So you play only when someone needs you to fill in, or
Right.
you most of the time?
No, when either Pat or Tom is out, I usually fill in.
Okay. So there's even room for part-timers.
There are. There are. The pay's not as good, though.
All right. The pay's not as good? Paul Goodwin is here. You've got your clarinet, Paul.
Right.
So tell me about how long have you been playing the clarinet?
Well, I used to play in high school and college. And
okay, wait a minute. Let me guess. You didn't play for a long time before you
Right.
came to Shell Point.
Well, I had a clarinet, but I rarely played it.
Okay.
And when I retired, my wife bought me a new one, but I still didn't play it.
Yeah.
Till I came here and I found this group, and I enjoyed playing with them.
Well, that's great.
And I'm 88, but I'm still active and everything.
Blowing and going, huh?
Yep.
All right. Kaz Obi, our trumpet player. Now Kaz is very high tech here. I want you to see his rig here. He's got his music on his iPad, folks. This is just like downtown. So, you know, he's not going to miss a beat. Not one beat.
It can be a lot of fun.
It is. It's great.
And the nice thing about the iPad is that you can, write in your own little things.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
But this Jazz and Stuff is so great because, where else can you get a whole bunch of people together who really often want to do better, but you got such a magnificent audience. They're just superb. I mean, I play for them.
Sure.
And I want to make sure that, you do a good job. Of course, all of us want to do a good job. But when you get those smiles, when you get the feet tapping, when you get the hands clapping, and when you get the humming, you know you're doing something right.
That makes it fun, doesn't
I'll
it?
tell you,
All right.
it's just great.
Now, Bob and Ginger Dorenberg are over here, and they're here to enjoy the music. So how long have you folks been coming to Jazz and
Same
stuff?
amount of time.
12 years? See, these are some...
Same as Carol, I guess.
Man.
And
So-
we always sit together.
Always sit together. You got your reserved seating
Reserved
here.
seats there.
Okay, so make sure you don't take these seats when you come, folks. Before you came to Shell Point, how much were you playing your trumpet?
Zero.
Pretty much zero, huh?
Right. I played
So-
it last time in college.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody said to my wife, Phyllis, gee, does either one of you play an instrument? She said, well, Jerry used to.
Yeah.
And then so we went to a pawn shop.
Yeah. Got yourself
Here
an
we
instrument.
are.
Fantastic.
So here we
So, is it as much fun now as it was in college?
Actually, it's more fun now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we get paid for it.
Get paid? Wow. Like with cookies I see they got in the back?
That's it.
All right.
We played all year, and we have at least 2 cookies to show for.
2 cookies. So
Yeah.
you think if somebody maybe used to play an instrument and hasn't for a long time, this is a good excuse to pick it up again.
Yeah. The audition takes about 2 nanoseconds. So yeah,
If you-
anybody
if
that
you're-
played.
if you have a pulse,
If you got a pulse and you got a horn, you're in.
you're in. There you go, folks. How can you go wrong?
If you don't have a horn, we'll find one for you.
Don, tell us what's your favorite thing about jazz and stuff.
Well, once in a while after we have refreshments, and that is really good. And I think today is one of those days.
One of these days. It's a banner day.
Yes. Jack and I enjoy playing duets, and Jerry Ingalls and I play duets, and so we have a lot of fun here.
Great.
Some real good musicians.
So I see you got some new gear on your kit here, Fritz. Tell us about
I
your
have
new
some new gear. These are 3 different drums with different tones.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to try to play them today. I don't know whether
All
it's going
right.
to work or not, but
Always something new.
okay. Yeah, I just
right.
bought these a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to give them a try.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Project Development Director Bob Southern told us about the second life given to the wooden rolled doors removed recently from the village church, as well as an update of some of the progress out at the Shell Point Golf Course.
Hello, I'm Bob Southern and this is Julie Nipper. We're on the site of the future golf course clubhouse and we've got some earthwork underway and we wanted to fill you in on what's going on. At this point, we are simply removing excess fill from the site and relocating it elsewhere within our expansion property out here and getting the site graded out and leveled out to the point where it's ready for the construction of the golf course clubhouse. Building permit for the structure, the application has been in for a couple of months now. We are anticipating having that building permit in hand in the latter part of July. And then we hope to mobilize to begin the construction of the clubhouse sometime in a few weeks after. So we're doing some early prep work here. Nothing construction-wise as yet. Still a couple of months away from that point. But we are getting ready and we're quite excited about getting started on our new clubhouse. On the other side of On Par Boulevard, we're also doing some site work in preparation for the future reversal of the driving range. And also we'll be adding a chipping green and a putting green over there alongside of what will be the future hole number 1 of our golf course. And Julie Nipper's here today. She's going to talk about what's going on in the church with the replacement of our old roll-up doors, which have been removed in anticipation of new doors for the hospitality room and for the chapel. Julie.
Hi, we've removed, as Bob said, the mechanical wooden doors that you've seen for many years in the village church. We hired a team to come in and demo the existing doors, the old oak wooden doors that we've seen in there for many years. After they were removed, volunteers from our wood shop has taken that wood, they're planing it, and they've got it stored. You may have seen it in several places around the community. They plan to make various items from the wood. It's exciting to see that the 40-year-old oak is being repurposed, and it's going to be fascinating to see what the folks in the wood shop can do with this material.
If the measurements are correct, the amount of red oak coming out of the church is 4,050 board foot of lumber. We'll take in the wood shop approximately 2,500, so we'll have 1,500 left for whoever wishes to take it and build something with it. We planed it so it would stack up, because otherwise there was varnish on it. It's too slippery and won't stack. It'll slide all over the place. We have several tables going together with the oak. In fact, about 4 of them right now, and then several other projects. We suggest oak for any project now.
A new track is being installed in the village church, and we'll be installing operable partitions, something you see more recently in convention centers. We have it in the Woodlands Commons in the Grand Cypress Room. They won't be mechanical. One side of the doors have an acoustical panel on them to enhance the sound within the church, and that will be visible on the sanctuary side. The finish on the chapel and hospitality side will be a material that's more conducive to a meeting room and will not have the acoustical panels applied to those.
So that's an update from project development on some of the major work we have going on. As you see around the community, there are a number of projects that we're working on. These are two of the more exciting ones at the moment. Thank you.
Assisted Living Activities Director Inga Bredahl is standing by to tell us and show us what happened recently at the King's Crown when residents dressed in artist smocks and with brush in hand created colorful works of art.
Did you know that one of the big crazes at the moment are art parties? That's right. This is where a group of friends gather at an art studio and all paint the same picture. But, of course, they add their own little fun touches to make their piece of art something that reflects them as a person. I thought to myself, this would be fun for our residents. Fortunately, I had some help. Lois Sullinger, who's a King's Crown resident and a fantastic artist, volunteered to help me and the activity leaders create a painting class for our residents to enjoy in their own buildings. This month, we started the class at King's Crown. 23 residents dressed in artist smocks met down in our community room and eagerly sat in front of their canvas and listened intently as Lois instructed them on painting a fish. It was so wonderful to see the residents' faces as they began to dab their brushes in colorful paint as they created their own masterpieces. Everything is art, and there is an artist inside everyone and everything. It just has to be brought to the surface. Painting gives most people pleasure and a feeling of accomplishment in creating something of their own. At times, the room was quiet as everyone concentrated, and at other times the room was filled with laughter and residents were complimenting one another. As the painting slowly turned into colorful fish with lots of personality, the residents began to get more excited of the art that they had created. We know that exercising our creative selves enhances quality of life and nurtures overall well-being. We all are creative, not just a select few. Art is one of the best parts of being human, and making and enjoying art has been shown to be uniquely beneficial to people of every age. After the class was completed, the residents all gathered for a group photo to showcase their artistic individuality. Next month, we are going to continue our art parties at the Arbor, and I can't wait to show you what they will create. Until then, try painting something yourself and see how much better you will feel.
Thanks for watching today. Join us again on Monday when we'll have more stories and information from our community in the sun. Until then, this has been Shell Point Today for the weekend of June 5th, 6th, and 7th. I'm Mary Kay Grimaldi.
And I'm Rich Nation. And from all of us here at SPTV, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And we'll see you again here on Monday.